Hey guys, welcome back to episode 13 here in my single player survival series. I have been working quite a bit on the storage system, just getting it set up, getting the layout, and trying to figure out some of the redstone mechanics that I needed. That thing there I've never used before, but it works, so I'm happy. So I moved all these hoppers, I turned them so they are now pointing all into this. And currently I have a chest here so that the items aren't flowing into here just yet, because if they do, all of the hoppers and filters and whatnot will get clogged with a bunch of random stuff, and I don't really want that just yet. I do have the stone in this filter right here, and I'll show you how that works. So the items will be coming through here just like that. They go into this thing here. This dropper here picks up the stone, and then the redstone ticks it up into here, and then this torch ticks it up into here, as you can see right there. And then we make our way over to here, and this one here is also flashing because the stone is getting filtered into here. It unlocks the hopper, locks the hopper again, and we have our items all the way down in here. Now the one nice thing about this is I have a little bit of flexibility with this chest right here. I can either decide to end the storage system at this chest here, so it's a block off the ground, or I can decide to go down to here, and I can, with this hopper here, I can put the hopper back here, so the chest is out, it only goes to here, or I can leave it out this far. It all depends on how I want to dress up the room and how I want to access the chest. In one of my last worlds, I did something similar to this, but I had it so that I could only see half of the chest because I had half slabs on the floor, and so I could only access the top half, but it did work. I just have to figure out what I want to do exactly, but this here is very nice that it shoots the items up to the top row here, and it will filter out nicely. What I have to do now is kind of start figuring out two things, really. The first one being what height I want this all to be at, and then the second is what items I want in each of the chests. I'm probably going to do a categorization type a setup, so you'll have your stone here, and then you'll have maybe cobblestone, and then granite and andesite, diorite, and then your sand and sandstone and all that jazz. The one problem though is I need to figure out what I want before I start putting the filters in, because changing them out will kind of be a pain, and I don't really want to have to change them, because then it becomes a nightmare, because this torch here locking this hopper will leave one stone there, and yeah, so it's gonna be a task to try to figure out what I want in all these chests. But the nice thing is this is very easy and quick to build, because you can just build off of what you already have. What I mean by that is you just run a line down like this all the way to the end here, and then you put your hoppers inside, and then you put your blocks up against the wall, run the line all the way down, put a block here, run the line all the way down, and it makes it very, very easy to build this, which is one of the reasons I use this design. But also I like everything to be organized and very simple. We can come up here and just take a look. Because it's tileable and everything repeats itself, it's very nice to work with. So that is what I've been working on here. I still have the mob system shut off at the moment because I have quite a few mob drops, and I'm still getting a few, but that's not what I'm interested in right now. I really need to get more iron. I do have quite a bit, but as far as this whole project here is concerned, I do not have nearly enough. I had over a stack, I think a stack and a half of hoppers. And just doing this right there, and one of these took almost all of them. I only have 26 left, so it took over a stack to do this. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to that because I am out of lumber yet again. I'm gonna go and harvest some more trees, build some more hoppers, and maybe continue this. Also, what I want to do is I think I want to have blocks on that side and entities and whatnot on this side. So all the mob stuff there is going to actually go on this side here, all the mob drops and whatnot. And then, of course, at the very end of the system, you have to have a junk chest. And the junk chest, in my case, is mostly going to get filled up with things like armor and bows and whatnot. Because armor doesn't stack, obviously, and you can't put it through the filter because unless you have a bow with exactly 25 durability left on it, they will not work. And they do not go into the filters properly because it counts as an entire stack, so it would completely ruin all of your filters. So I can actually show you that real quick. So if I go to this filter right here and I take 64 stone and put it in this, and this. So there's 3 here that are currently active. And if we go down over here, you'll see that, oh, it just switched, but it would have been these 3 torches that would have been off. And that is a big problem because it means that it would unlock all 3 of these hoppers, and then the hoppers above, which are the filters, would then start pushing items through, and then your filter is no longer a filter. So that would not work out well. I gotta get the other stone from up top there because I do not want stone bricks to be that far down the line. I'm more than likely going to use my typical sorting style. So you got your stone here, then your stone bricks here, then your stone half slabs here, and so on down the line. So cobblestone, cobblestone half slab, cobblestone walls, and stuff like that. I may not end up using like cobblestone walls and stuff just because I'm not gonna have a chest for cobblestone walls just because I don't use them that often, and I don't need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double chests full of them, and it would just take space in here. So I will have to have some sort of storage room or something for miscellaneous. But as far as this machine is concerned, it is going to be pretty massive. And if we take a look right now at the footprint, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 to 9 blocks wide, give or take. So if I go to this wall on the other side here, and I count out 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, let's go 9. So right where this torch is here, the interior is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks, which is an even number, which makes building kind of easier, kind of harder. So I'm probably going to actually take out this wall 1 thick more. So take this whole entire thing out right here. And that's going to make it that when I mirror this to the other side here, I have an odd number in the center here, which makes it easier for building because you have a nice center line. And that is much better to work with. But that is just the beginnings of this gigantic machine. It is going to be very nice to have it fully up and running. Just a lot of thinking and planning is now going to go into this, and I do not feel like doing that right now. So I've been recording now for quite a while today, so I probably will stop and pick back up in a day or maybe 2 when I feel like it and I have the time. And I may want to just completely go and do a different task like the Ender Farm, or maybe I will just grind this out and get it done. One other thing is that this is not the back of the storage room. I just went to here while I was clearing this out because I felt, yeah, this is far enough. And I also found this right here, this cave, which I went through and lit up because I can't have mobs, which helps for the mob farm. So I might just continue this back. It all depends on how many blocks I want to be sorted. But that is going to be quite a bit of work. So I will continue working on this, and I will show you what progress I have done and what I am going to do. Alright guys, so it has been a couple of days since my last recording, and I've been doing a little bit of stuff here topside, planting some dark oak trees, getting some birch going as well, and I even went and found some cows so I can start breeding them up because I want leather for books and item frames and food as well, the beef, which is very important to me. But as you may notice already right here, I have moved a few of the chests. Well, where have they gone? Because if you remember, all of this was full with mob drops, double chest completely full. I had chests here and there, and now these chests are getting fairly empty as well. As you can see, I had chests that were just full here. They are all gone. Where have they gone? Well, I've moved them all down into the storage room here. I have been working on this for quite some time now. In fact, every time I have to stop, it's because I either need iron or I need to go get logs so I can make chests, because I don't have any chest or logs in here because I constantly use them on this. So, to give you kind of an idea of all the resources I'm using here, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chests per row here. But you also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hoppers. And each hopper has a chest inside. So that is 17 hoppers right there. Or, sorry, 17 chests. And each chest takes 8 logs or planks. So you get the idea. It is quite a bit. So I'm constantly running back and forth. But it does work. So as you can see, that little hole there and over there, I just ran the hoppers along the top there just so I could hook up this second side here as well. I haven't figured out exactly how long I need to make this just yet, so I kind of just went to here, went across, haven't done anything with this back wall because if I need to expand, it's very easy. I've got this all set up ready. I just need more chests. This side here goes slightly further. But I did change another thing as well over here. I can show you why. So before, when I had this, I just had a very slow clock that was sending the items up. But what happened was these hoppers would get backed up and full of mob drops and iron and whatnot. And that was not good. It was just a problem I had to fix, so I went with this. I have a comparator off this hopper which sends a signal into the redstone repeater here, which activates this rapid pulsing clock. And the clock, as you can tell, goes underneath here to the bottom and then up here to the top. And it fires all the droppers very quickly, putting the item up here and then sending it down the line. Now, I have all the comparators, or all the hoppers are full, but some of these filters just have some blocks in them, only to allow the items to go across and to the other side. If we jump over here, you can see I've got the exact same thing, just mirrored, and just random blocks in here. I used smooth stone because it gets filtered out first, and none of it will make it over here to mess up these hoppers, so that is good. And then I've got the filters running for the mob drops and whatnot. So it's working fairly well. I do enjoy it quite a bit. The one thing I will say though is the droppers, when they click, firing items up. It's, as you can hear right there, but I'll put some of these in here. It can kind of get annoying, but as long as you stand about 16 blocks away, I think you can't hear it, so that is very good. And I have this all working, which is perfect. I haven't had any problems with this. One thing I might want to consider doing is holding a skeleton or something. Yeah, probably a skeleton, just putting it off on the side here, because the skeleton can shoot the iron golems and then the iron will get filtered through into the sorting system. But for right now, I don't mind just climbing up the water here and going in there and killing them myself, so it's not too bad. Let's go take a look over here. So this is my end chest with no filter on it. I do have it lined up, like ready, just in case I want to expand this out, but anything that can't get sorted will come into here, and this will kind of be my junk chest, and I have quite a bit of storage for junk, which is good. But I moved all the gunpowder and the bones, all the mob drops, I moved from up top down to here. Obviously some you get more than others, but here's also my iron, and this is the problem. That's all the iron I have left. So I need this iron golem farm to keep producing because I'm using iron faster than they are making it. So it's kind of a hiccup. But if we go topside real quick, I can show you another little thing that I've been trying to figure out, and that is the color palette for the build. So I've got some dark oak, that's wool, dark oak, and I've got some birch. I don't have any oak in this chest because I keep using it, but what I'm planning on doing is having dark oak kind of like so as a border around the floor or around the bottom half of the storage area. Then I'll have oak in the center, and then what I generally like to do is you take your birch, and because it's lighter, I use the birch for the ceiling. And I don't know, I just think this sort of, it goes well together, in my opinion. So that's what I'm going to do. I have done it in a previous base that I made quite a while ago, and I really enjoyed it. And for something like this, I think it'll look nice. But I can't start building that just yet, and you might be able to tell why. I have lava right here. Underneath this obsidian here, there's definitely lava. And the problem is, if I start putting down lumber in here, well, it will catch fire and burn everything. I've had this chest catch fire a couple times. Torches can't burn, so I put these guys down underneath. But that is the problem so far. But this alone has taken me quite some time to do. Just building this and figuring out what I want where, like for the blocks and such. So I got the stone and the cobble, and all the way down the line you got some dirt and whatnot. But just trying to figure out what I want where, what's going to be used more, what's not, and all that has taken me quite a bit of time, not to mention the resource gathering. And it's just, ooh, this is a big project. Another thing you might notice is that this hopper here is lined up with the edge, while this hopper over here is lined up with the back. So it's not quite symmetrical, and the reason I have done that is because I don't know which variation I like better. So I might have to, obviously have to adjust one of these. I'm thinking that if I do it this way, I'm going to be seeing a lot more of the build, because like you have to put either half slabs or stairs or something on top here, and then it'll just look too cramped. So I think what I'll do is I'll put I'll change that one to make it look like this. That way I can put maybe some item frames on here or up here. Easy access to the chest. I can block off all of this by putting a wall of some sort right here. And that will be a lot better. Another thing I was considering doing is putting here, let's see if I have a chest over here. Of course not, but I can make one. I'm also holding a ton of lumber on me. So here's what I was thinking about doing, and why not just do this so I can show you even better. Yeah, I only need one. Okay. So this is stone, and what I'm thinking I might do is put a chest there and then put stairs like so. It'll be out of either dark oak or oak, whichever I decide to use. Probably dark oak to contrast this, but anyways, put that there and then I can open it. And what would I put in that chest, you might be wondering? Well, I would think probably some stone bricks and some half slabs and whatnot, because I'm not going to need a full chest of half slabs. I'm not going to need 5 double chests of half slabs. So putting it there makes sense. And then I can do that all the way along here, because you have your cobblestone, your walls, your stairs, your half slabs. You've got your polished andesite and diorite and granite, and well, you just have gravel, but maybe I can put flint underneath and sand. You got sandstone and glass, and I'm never going to have the need for 5 double chests full. So I think something like this will look pretty nice, and you don't fall into it, which is even better. It is going to mean that you're going to be able to see more chests, but I don't think that's entirely a bad thing. So that's the plan so far, and I'll see when I start building this if I change my mind or not. But for right now, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I've got all the items sorting perfectly, so I don't have to worry about moving from chest to chest. And basically, anytime, if let's say gunpowder or something falls into here, I'll probably just throw it out, because I'm never going to use that much of an item, especially over here, these bones. I've already got that chest, the hopper behind, and this chest full, and I don't think I'm ever going to need that much bone meal. But you never know, and having it sort automatically is the easiest thing for me. I can AFK here and everything's done for me. It's perfect. But I think that's going to do it for today's episode. It's been a lot of work just to get to this far. I know it's more of a talky episode, but I'm going to be using this all the time, and I really wanted to explain it and show you how I built it. That way, if there are questions down the road, they are already answered here. So just want to thanks again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Please leave comments on this if you have any questions. I can go over this more in detail, maybe do a tutorial, even though there are probably tutorials out there. But hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.